With the release of Magic 2, Nas has now released 5 albums in the last 3 years alone, and looking at the output that the legendary Queens MC has given us this late into his career, many are asking the question, has Nas ended the GOAT debate? While this is a layered and complicated question, it holds a lot of validity considering where Nas is at 30 years into his career. With albums like It Was Written, Stillmatic, and of course Illmatic, Nas had built one of the most revered catalogs in hip-hop history, but despite all the classics and despite his undisputed legend status, this was not enough for him. Nas's love for hip-hop brought him back to the forefront of the rap game in the 2020s as he found the perfect way to modernize his sound, all while staying true to his core style and essence, and this was of course by teaming up with the one and only Hit Boy. Producing all 65 songs Nas has released across his last 5 projects, the duo has built a modern musical dynasty, dropping new albums at a consistent pace that all managed to feel so fresh and important. From the first King's Disease record, which brought Nas to the modern era of hip-hop over glossy production and high-profile collaborations with the likes of Anderson .Paak, Don Toliver, and Lil Durk, to the third installment in the series, which celebrated Nas's newfound success with an opulent soundscape and profound lyricism, Nas has asserted himself as one of the best rappers of the current decade through this groundbreaking run. In many ways, this run has further elevated Nas's legend status and brought him some long-awaited accomplishments, including winning his first ever Grammy for Best Rap Album, and also performing and selling out his first ever show at Madison Square Garden, and as somebody in attendance at this show, it was certainly a legendary moment. So after releasing a coveted album trilogy with the King's Disease series, finally winning a Grammy, selling out Madison Square Garden, what has Nas done? Well, despite all of this success, despite Nas getting his flowers while he can still smell them, this has only channeled him to work harder as his latest album Magic 2 continues to build on his illustrious resume in unprecedented fashion. While the King's Disease trilogy thrives on its grandiose soundscapes and rich lyricism, the Magic series focuses on connecting Nas's past with his present through grittier production and lyrical tenacity, and Magic 2 takes all of this to the next level. From the album's first real track, Abracadabra, Nas acknowledges the unmatched level he is working at with bars like 5-album run, now the cursed one, it's a blessed one, by the time y'all hear this we be halfway through the next one, but also gives us the context on why he is going this hard. As Nas says lines like, I put some pain into this, I put my veins, blood, bones, soul, I put my brain into this, we understand the one force driving this work ethic, and that is of course, passion. In an era where more and more artists are chasing clout and are only putting out music to get that bag, Nas reveals to us the secret behind his success, and that is purely his love for the art form of hip-hop. Through Magic 2's 11 tracks and 32 minutes, Nas's heart for hip-hop is on greater display than it ever has been, and that really does say a lot. Even the bonus track, One Mic, One Gun with 21 Savage, is intentionally a part of this record to represent the core values of the record and Nas at this point in his career as a whole. To give context, when people thought 21 Savage dissed Nas and people waited for him to fire back with a diss track, the two ended up making a song together where 21 explains how his comments were taken the wrong way, and Nas goes on to explain how it's more important to unite hip-hop than it is to divide it. In an era where we are losing more rappers to violence and both artists and the media are always escalating drama, this is a powerful sentiment that's echoed throughout Magic 2's runtime. Just look at the track Office Hours with one of Nas's biggest rivals ever, 50 Cent. Hearing these two legends on a track finding common ground is an amazing sight to witness, and while 50 Cent definitely has not aged as well as Nas, as his verse is pretty rough, the sentiment of the track powers through regardless of how washed up he is. Exploring track after track on Magic 2, the album serves as Nas's ultimate love letter to the art form that has defined his career and more importantly has defined his life. Everything you can possibly desire from a Nas record is here. Great storytelling and punchline, strong subject matter, and the charisma and charm of one of the most iconic MCs to ever walk this earth. The way Nas and Hit Boy are able to play around and experiment on this album adds to its charm as the pair clicks in so many different ways here than we have ever seen. From the song Motion's breakbeat and tenacious atmosphere making Nas rap like it's 1991 again, to the bouncy trap-influenced Irvin Magic Johnson having Nas reminisce on his career and how far he has come in 50 years of his life, the way Nas and Hit Boy understand and play off one another has to cement them as one of the greatest rapper-producer duos of all time at this point. They are that good. Because of the way Hit-Boy is able to produce to Nas's strengths, it feels like we are getting the ultimate highlight reel of the legendary MC's abilities. Just as aggressive and technically savvy Nas can get, he's also able to get sentimental and direct, and this ultimately gives us so many compelling moments from Nas's performance. Tracks like What This All Really Means and Slow It Down feel like some of Nas's most personal tracks ever, as he allows us to grip onto every aspect of his mind through his profound writing and powerful delivery. As Nas spews out this rare blend of knowledge and hunger, music that's both inspiring and exciting, he delivers such a valuable experience, and that's the key to Magic 2 and all of this run he's been on. It's value. From the masterclass in lyricism to the beautiful production to the knowledge and lessons that he has embedded into all of these 5 records, Nas has changed what it means to be an aging artist with this album run. He has managed to pull off the ultimate career evolution, not by compromising his values, selling out, and riding trends, but by building on the foundation he began putting up over 30 years ago and making it stronger than it ever has been. So looking at Magic 2 as the ultimate highlight reel of Nas's skill, seeing him only get hungrier with success, and seeing him contribute more and more to the beautiful genre of hip-hop, gotta ask ourselves, is Nas the GOAT? While this question may be too complicated to answer on the spot, from Nas's undisputed legend status, passion for the genre, and all other aspects of his greatness, there is without a doubt no rapper that represents the spirit of hip-hop better than Nas. So when you look at Nas, after his legendary 30-year career and after his most recent album run, which just keeps getting stronger and stronger, it is so clear that nobody embodies what this genre means more than Nasir Jones. So all in all, Magic 2 is a wonderful album from Nas that, while it's not as polished and pure as his past records, it feels like an amazing highlight reel of the skills that make him so great in the first place. This record is definitely an 8 out of 10 in my mind, and it adds to Nas's ridiculous resume. So with all of that, let me ask you, has Nas solidified himself as the greatest rapper of all time? If not, who is the GOAT? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know what you think about Magic 2 as a whole. If you liked this video, check out my video on the best and worst albums of 2022, where you can find Nas on one of the lists. Thanks for watching, your support means everything. Mr. F, Fantastic Hip Hop, signing out. Have a great day.